We are moving, figuring in the cracks and crevices a range of life forms. Never quite, but always already. The tentacles and persistent weeds that seed other stories. What I may highlight as zones of refuge for the wild thoughts and stranger worlds, the poetic dreams and musical joys, the hybrid bodies and secret geographies, all of which give way to the hidden sphere. Let us hide here in the social scenes and lonely nights to make a memorial of all that remains on the periphery and that threads ways of knowing, sounding, gathering, suggesting never one nor the other. Someone told me, "You've got to check it out. Such a cool place." And so I went one night, driving out of downtown Los Angeles along hot summer night freeways splashed with dusty wind, out to Whittier, someplace I've never been. I am alone, having heard about the gig taking place at a record store, catering to experimental music. And so I arrive, walk behind the record store to the back door, which is partly held open. No sign and no indication of anything happening, but I go in, walking down a dark hallway stacked with cardboard boxes, entering finally into a small back room. There are about 10 people standing around talking quietly, a few white lights dangling from the ceiling. No one asks me anything, no one asks for an entrance fee. And so I sit on the floor as others sit down as well. And then a guy walks to the stage area and turns on an amp, opens a suitcase and pulls out a small black box, a piece of tinfoil, and a contact microphone. Nothing else, this bare setup that suddenly comes to life, unleashing a tremendous noise, a deadly, totally crazy sound. But it is so refined as he carefully moves the tinfoil in his hands, directing the sounds this way, then that way, tuning and turning, composing along the way a harshness that penetrates the ear, churns the stomach, obliterates meaning. It is so clear as well, so precise. I am stunned with the 10 or so people sitting on the floor, doing nothing, staring at the guy and listening, drowning in this noise, but with such graceful expressions, not moving. It is beautiful and abrasive, completely brutal and elegant. It digs deep into my body to pull out a sonic imagination, a sonic idea as to what sound is, what it can be, what hearing is, and what listening can become. This as the basis for an anarchic, formless force and life with others. Sitting on the worn mattress placed on the floor, lights turned low, and the cascade of night making its way into the basement, to be amongst new friends and others who carry with them some other type of aura, who arrive from the other side of town, mysterious and rough and full of smoke. That's how it feels and is and continues, defining the room and relations with a certain law-scape of identities made and unmade, brought out into the open, while others keep hiding, taking to the shadows, or losing themselves in the music, the band thrashing its thunderous wings. Black dog, shuddering the air with hypnotic force, not knowing the lines drawn, but sensing still the power of some over others, in the drinking games and shout fights, and the kissing that goes on forever, trying to find a way in this love angst depression, as the bottle of vodka is passed along with the pills, all aglow with dead-end life, but life still, and still more, still what frays the partitions and the borders, that agitates the rules with another set, that is nothing but raw joy and desperation, as each struggles without saying as much, and that ends in fists and throwing up, the wreckage stacked on top of itself. These parties that make real the pain, guided by the music toward some uncertain, unknowing horizon. That's it. Wow, that's rad. Dig it. As Michael stumbles back and hits the amp. Hey man, you rock. And so it goes, with the bright lights and feverish rhythms, the sweat and the slamming, jamming joy, the blown-out, boisterous banging that sets the house jumping, turning the place into a world of lawlessness and love, the two jaggedly together, as Tommy hits the chord with beautiful aggression, and the whole place is pumping and thumping. It is like a spaceship out of control, careening through a universe of exploding stars. No, that's not it. It is like an island of marooned partiers, feasting on moonlight and hallucinogenic mangoes, digging themselves into an underworld of wishful disintegration, becoming vapors or lightning bolts, shattered selves, as Lisa screams an all-out transcendent scream, and we all go down. No, we all go up, hitting the ceiling as if we could make it to the end.